Most of this practice will be on the floor today, and it's a focus on the spinal cord and back, like the stiff back. So we're going to wring out the spine, and what's cool about the back work is it's really a full body practice. So welcome in. So grateful you're here. All right, we're going to start with a lot of the silk reeling in the Qigong practice has high to low parts, but we'll start with the wrists. So shoulder blades down, root the sitting bones. Great to sit on a bolster if you need that hip lift, if your knees are like really higher than your hips. All right, we'll go forward and back. I have my wrists connected, which is okay, but you don't have to. You can pull them apart. Open the finger bones. When we open the finger bones, we stretch the tendons. And what's cool about our hands is that the chi runs through the palms, and there's all these really cool meridian lines and points in the palms. And that's where the chi moves, and that's where we direct the chi. So the hands, that's why I work so much with the hands in our Qigong practice. So let's start there. Let's open these up. And it's a great counterbalance for all the sitting and all of the typing and the driving and the texting that we do. Holding babies. All right, now we'll go forward and in. Forward and in. And maybe your wrists are light, you can hear them. Snap crackles. It's good oxygenating the wrist joints. There's lots of muscles in our hands, lots of bones. All right, so we'll take a deep breath in. Tuck the chin, tilt the crown, deep breath out. And then when we're done with that, we'll just shake it out. We'll do the elbows, so the arms will come out to the sides and we'll duck the hands in. We'll come forward like a waterfall. Out, up, and in. Down, flip, and rise. Now we have finger bones closed here for now. And I've got like little ice cream scoopers, like little cups. And then in a moment we'll open them. So a couple more rounds of this. Just keep the shoulder blades down, out and up, and in and back down. And now open the hands and feel the difference. It's like filtering out the stagnant chi that's in the body. Pretty cool stuff, guys. We'll do 2 and 1. So it's knuckles in, up, out, flip, and come back in. And that's the counterbalance, the other way variation. And we're seated in this position. Normally in the Qigong it's lots of standing. But today it's more Sunday, more yin, more self-care. Just sit down, maybe like sit on a chair. Maybe you're in your bed. Like these practices are so doable. You don't even have to put on like yoga clothes, you know? Keep your jammies on, your work clothes. One more. All right, we'll go up and out and in. Now take the forefingers will come in front, thumbs out, elbows out nice and wide. Now we're gonna scoop up, look up, bring the elbows forward. That's an in-breath, and then hinge from hips, pull forward, round the spine, drag the elbows back, and come back to center. Inhale, forward, exhale, rise. And just opening those shoulder cuffs, reaching through that cow rising, almost spinal enlivening, and then rounding and reaching up, open into that cat position, wrapping and rounding. So it's real slow, guys. Just wake it all up, warm it all up, tone it, stretch it, breathe with it. Inhale, rising, and feel all of that openness and expansion. Exhale, wrapping and rounding. Soft ujjayi through the back of the throat and the prana. One more. Now we'll come back to center, close the elbows in. We'll go forward to go back, out, and up. Forward, back, out, and up. So first we're scooping forward. Now we're scooping back. Just switching the direction. Really cool work, you guys. I imagine the warrior, you know, with all the armor. We're out there in the world doing our work, just on our mission, sharing our love and light out there. And the warrior gets tired, right? We have to take off the armor. Today, just take it off. Let it air out. One more inhale. And exhale, lower it back. And the armor in the middle is a cool element because of winter. We're in the middle element of winter. So right elbow down, left elbow up. And one elbow forward, one elbow, that elbow just draws back. Nice circle. Maybe it's a smaller circle, maybe it's a really big circle. Just articulate the motion. You've got a side bend and a forward and back circle. We'll do two. You even have a neck stretch there if you let go of the ear to the right side, opening up the scalenes on the left. And one. Now we'll scoot forward, guys, and then come back. Just opening up the pectoralis muscle, opening up the intercostals, massaging the ball and socket of the shoulder blade. We'll do two. Collarbone, the deltoid. Such good work. And one. And then we'll come back to center. Open the elbows. In breath. Readjust the sitting bones, crown, spine. Take the left elbow down. Open the right elbow up. Side bend. Let go of the head. Reroute the sitting bones. No posterior tilt or anterior tilt. And then back to center. Find neutrality in the hips. And then it's nice and slow, guys. Let's take our time today. Let's give ourselves permission to slow down, to restore and renew all those great back muscles that do so much work for us. Let's fill the container back up. We can't pour from an empty cup. Inhale to open, exhale to circle and weave it in. We'll do a couple more rounds. Really feeling that felt sense of stretch, and length, and strength, and grace. And now, when you're ready, we'll go down and then forward and back up. And there's such a meditative offering here in these poses. So it's where we move the body, but we marinate the other parts of the body. So some of the body is still while some of the body moves. It's like yin and yoga coming together, marrying, having babies. Let's do one more. And then back to center. And then out breath, reach the arms out to the sides and slide them down. Center. Now we'll slowly circle the neck. So nice and gentle. Right, forward, left and back if you're following my circulated motion. Right, forward, left, and up. Nice. And then we'll go, when you're ready, the other way. So it's left, down, right, and up. And the circles are small. And they're super gentle. We hold so much traction and tension in our neck. And the neck is a very tender place, and a lot of injury is held here. So just notice if it feels grindy or crunchy, just shorten the circles, or perhaps just skip it and do just easy side to side, right? Let this practice work for you. We'll do two, and one. Now we're going to circle, come back to center, and we're going to circle the body. So first start side to side, little waves, like seaweed in the water. And we're just slowly gliding with the flow of the ocean, flow of nature. Just very gentle side to side motion. And it gets us in that very calming state, which is really what we want to do in this practice, in today's practice. So side to side, I'm just pushing through one finger pad as the other finger slides in. And then we're going to circle, guys. So go over to the right, come forward. You can have your hands to help. Jut the chin, go back to the left. And then I like the rounding end of the back. So round in. Bring the hands a little forward if you need more help with that. And then wrap and round as you come in. So right, forward, jut, left, and then back. Just getting all the elements in our warm-up. Rejuvenating the tissues in the spine. The muscles that wrap around the spine. And even the bones and the vertebrae of the spine. Let's do 2. A lot of repetition in class today. And 1. And then back to center. Let it teeter-totter its way so that we can take the left side. Very seaweed feel again. Very kelpy feel. Forward and back. Side, front. Jut the chin. Open that throat. Back, C-curve round. The slower you move, the more detail you can pay attention to. The more you can pay attention to the detail. Take care of your sweet self. We'll do one more. We'll find the spinal undulated waves now. So let it teeter-totter back to center. Hands in front, fingertips. And feel the kind of leaning forward, tilting forward, hinging from hips. And we're going to jut the chin forward. That's an in-breath, like opening it all the way up. Tuck the chin in, dive forward like you're going to go into the water. Round the spine like the dorsal fin is coming out of the water. Bring the nose like the dolphin nose up towards the sky. In breath, like take that air. And then wrap and round in again as you dive back to the water and back up to the sky. Inhale and exhale. They're cow-cat waves, but they're so groovy to the spinal cord. So it's nice to just imagine. It's very sea-like, very watery. Another element of winter is the water. Good for the kidneys. Wave it back. You can feel that in the upper shoulder line. Take your time, guys. One more. Now we'll come back to center. Tuck the chin. Look at the floor. Imagine that the water is underneath your finger bones. And then dive forward, coming through and up. And then back. And as you come back, start to round the spine. Tuck the chin. Wrap the posterior tilt in the pelvic line. And then come back down and in. Very full body, even seated. And then round and carve in. And I'll show it from a side. Forward. Wave. Feel that anterior tilt. Open, open, open. Start to round the spine. Feel that posterior tilt. And come back again. Let's do a couple more. Again, this is like on our feet when we do the standing variation of this work. Now just seated for all bodies, all levels, all ages. One more. And then round and wrap in. Now look down and then just slowly rise back up. The arms come out to the sides. Palms open up to the sky. In breath, and we'll interlace the hands. Flip the palms. And then readjust the sitting bones. Lean back into that. I know we don't want anterior tilting. We want more neutrality. Palms are open. The elbows are bent, especially if you have a shoulder injury. Like really bend those elbows. Take the tension out of the shoulder blades. Now we'll side bend to the left as much as you can without moving all of it. So lift, tilt, and then look up to the right. And take that beautiful in-breath into those right ribs and lungs. And on the exhale, bring the palms and the heart and the spine back to center. Lower the shoulder blades, readjust the sitting bones. Lift, side bend, and then look over. Inhale, rise again. Last round. Side bend to the left, look over to the right. And you take the exhale with you. Inhale back to center and exhale over to this side. Now inhale back to center. Reach, rise, reach, stretch all that you have. Woo! And then on the exhale, realign, take the hands back down, but they face towards you, and we'll just wash it down. It's the hands bringing down the sky, clearing out the tension, clearing out the stagnation. And the palms are very open, the fingertips are very open. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, rise. Gather the energy upward. and the sky energy downward. So beautiful. Just connection, mind, body, spirit. Amazing. Reach the leg out. You can circle the ankle. Right, get your leg out, circle the ankle. I don't do a lot of ankle work yet, so point, flex, turn, lengthen, point, flex. So left shin forward, right knee into the sole, and I've got a little turn here to the left side so that there's just room. Now the hands go over the shin and the quad. All right, shin and the thigh. And the finger bones can tilt, tip, and tint, or plant and be flat. Now that knee into foot is important, and that right glute lifting is important because you can already feel, it's called the quad here. You can already feel that nice stretch that's happening inside of the groin line. Now the chest plate comes down over the thigh. We then turn, that's an exhale. Re-straighten the arms and we come back to the center, inhale. Rotate the chest down, over, up, and back to center. And we're cleaning out that line of pain, sciatic nerve. And so we're relieving the side of the leg, the side of the spine, the glute. As you just take slow circles down with the chest. Start there. Turn and look to that left side. Re-lengthen and come back to center. Foot into knee. Inhale down. Exhale up and over. And a good minute is great, guys. A good, 10, 12 circles. They're very slow. Like be the slow. Smile into that area with love and lightness. It's just asking for some attention. So go in there, my friends, with your breath and your kindness of self-care and self-love. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. Turn and twist and bring it back to center. We'll turn over to this left side and we'll set the forearms down, and you can move the shins more forward, lift that right glute, pour the quad down more, and then we'll face this left side and bow into that fold. So we've marinated it, we've prepped it, we've set it up. Now we can hold it. Forearms are in the floor. Chin is tucked. Push a little bit away from the earth and pour those shoulder blades back. Not forward, but back. And then if you have some neck support or head support, take a block or a pillow. Perhaps your knuckle side into the forehead as you interlace the hands. Or if you have the leverage, come all the way down on top of the knuckles. That's an inhale. And that's a nice exhale. Take another inhale, guys. If I could come and assist you, I would put my hands on your shoulder blades and just pour them down, and then the hand in the back of the neck and let it go. Deep breath, low ribs. Nose or mouth, let it out. Just ungluing, wringing out all that back pain. 1 more. All that tension, all that back tightness. All right, tuck the chin in. We'll take the palms down and slowly rise. Just slowly take it up. Slowly lift. Kind of unraveling that gently like molasses. We'll take the same leg. I want to hold another position here called saddle. A pillow or even a block or your couch cushion. Use what you have at home and then come down. It takes a little stress off that tight quad and hip flexor. So what is there, right? And then if it's okay on the neck, look forward. But if you can, you'll either lower all the way down. It just depends on where you want to go with this, because that area is really tight, you guys. So work with the edge and just come to a gentle edge. Stay somewhat in the middle, right? Let it work for you. So now we're here for a moment, just breathing in and breathing slowly out. Let's do 2 more breaths. Really starting to feel that shifting, that calming. 1 more. And in the same way we came down, we'll come back up. So use the exhale or use that inhale and we'll come back up. Nice, you guys. Now we'll take the leg on this right side. Do what works for you. Stretch it out. Pull and stretch. Point and stretch. Amazing, you guys. And then we'll take it back to this long-legged center. Take the arms out and then up. Inhale, we'll do a snake turn. So turn from the chest first over to this right side. Then lift the left glute. Then start to turn. And maybe you can look all the way over to the left shoulder or right shoulder blade. And then back up and open. Inhale. Just a nice reset there. Turn the chest over to the left side. Set the hands down. Nice. Invite that nice slow turny stretch over to the right side or left side of the shoulder blade. Oh, that's so nice. And then back to center. Arms up, my friends. And then a slow Paschimottanasana forward fold. Let it go. Now, if the forward fold does not feel good, sit on a bolster or bend your knees and just fold gently so that it takes a lot of that stretch or tension out of the low back. Now breathe into low ribs, deep in breath, and then let it all out breath. 1 more inhale. And we'll slowly round to rise, guys. Walk the hands up the legs, round to rise the spinal cord. Right shins turn. We'll take the right shin in, left knee into the foot. Turn to the right side gently. Take your bolster to the left for our deer position. Hands outside of the shin and quad, shin and thigh. And then we chest plate, either plant or tent, right? What works. And then we take the chest down, over as we twist to the right. Re-lengthen the arms and come back to center. So down, it's kind of like a half moon. Over, up, and around. Like the shapes, we create a lot of shapes here in our practice. Down, over, up, and around. So inhale down. Exhale, turn. Re-lengthen, that's a pretty long exhale. And then back to the center. Down, over and up. Again, if you're doing this off, like out of our live streaming or recordings, take the time, set a timer, count 10 to 12. Do it for 1 minute, 3 times a day, especially if you have a lot of sciatic pain. This might help. Couple more rounds. Soft face, soft jaw, soft eyes. Bring the eyebrows up to the forehead. The tongue, let it float or lift it up to the roof of the mouth. If you are exhaling down, just take the exhale over into the twist and back to center. Couple more, my friends. Nice and slow. So therapeutic for our ailments, for our modern times. 2 more. And with practice, like anything, it just gets better. Yeah? All right, now we'll slowly come back up, rise up. And we'll take the deer on this other side, or the saddle on this other side. So it's like a deer and a saddle met and they had a baby, and this would be the, the position that they created. All right, now the bolster or block, if you are using it, it's real flush up against the low back. If you need that, great. Forearms will come down, or maybe you're just like right here and you can look up, and that's enough. If you're feeling that quad stretch on the left side and the hip flexor, that's enough. That's great. Just breathe with that. Find that edge that works for you guys. Maybe you come down over the pillow and you're like, okay, but my neck, like, right? So look forward or take some props behind your neck. Like prop that up. That's why it's nice we stay in these poses for a while. You can set it up in a way that works for you. Or you can come all the way down, maybe over, opening the throat and chest. Perhaps you don't even need it. Set it out to the side and then lower down. And we're here for a moment, guys. So a lot of modifications to get to the position that works for you. Somewhere in the middle. Not too much, not too little. Just enough. And take an inhale. Inhale to soften. Crown to toes. Feet to forehead. And with every breath, opening to soften a little bit more into the pose. Couple more breaths. Really feeling that rinse and relief. But it takes time to get there, you know? Well, just like we came down, we'll come on up. Thank you, quad, hip flexors. And then this beautiful left leg will extend, stretch it out, and take it over one side, turn the ankle. And we'll take the feet together and we'll windshield wiper side to side. It's a little like our snake turns its tail. So if you turn the knees to the left and look to the left, that's a pretty nice twist. If you turn the knees to the right and then look to the left, that's a really great twist too. So going the other opposite direction of the knees. We'll do two more. And one. And then nice and slow, we'll come to the table work. So let's rinse out the wrists and the ankles. I want to face this left side table work. And we'll come to the floor on our more prone positions now. So, but first table. Such a nice transition. Fingertips by shoulder blades. Open the hand bones like you have marbles in between them, right? So they're nice and open, not closed. All right, and then we'll take the right leg back, your right leg, I'll mirror you. Tuck the toe and pour the heel back. And then glide the shoulder blades, collarbones over the wrists. So back and forth, a little glide. Up to tippy toes. Push the ball of the foot and reach through the calf. We'll do 3. Inhale forward, push away from the floor. Nice open collarbones. And we'll do 2. Squeeze the knee, lift the quad. Or lift the knee, squeeze the quad. And you got it, guys. 1. Think that leg. Slowly take knee to knee, other side. Tuck your left side. Take the heel back, lean back into that. Push into those palms, nice strong arms. Forward, collarbones over those fingertips. In breath, collarbones over those wrists. And out breath. Let's try to rise up to the tippy toe. Just a couple rounds, feeling that out. Lift the quad, lift the knee. Nice glute action, navel engagement. Last one. And down, knee to knee again. And we'll circle these hips, guys. So walk the knees back a little bit, because when you come forward, you want the hips to sink. And then glide back over. Maybe tails to heels. Out to the side, forward. Ribs between biceps, triceps, and then back. It's almost a vinyasa cobra, or upward facing, and then back. Maybe they're real small and slow. Maybe they're very deep and low. Well, what works for you? We'll do one more, guys. This direction. And then back to the tabletop. Take an inhale, look up. Walk the knees in. Look up, inhale. Really maximize that effort. Pushing into palms, long in the arms, sticking up that tail, chin. And then exhale, round to wrap. Now hold here. And even if you have to take another breath, it's okay. Just push and wrap and maximize that strong work in the spinal cord and all that tightness and stiffness. And back to center. We'll walk the knees back a couple inches. Toes can be tucked, untucked. Over to left, forward, right, and back. It's really fun to work with the spine and back muscles. To put all your energy there, put your air there, your intention there. Your attention there. This body is so magnificent, so incredibly intelligent. Let's do one more. And then back to that center. Now we'll take a pose called Anahatasana, and it's melting heart. Now we'll walk the hands forward just one step at a time. Nice wide open hands. But the knees and the hips stay in one line. Now we'll draw the hands forward and then slowly slide the forehead down, the chest plate down to the floor. The tailbone reaches, the arms stretch. It's a nice active inhale. And on the exhale, let it all surrender and release. Finding the power pause. If it's too much for the forehead to be on the mat, you can always take the chin down and look forward. And that's nice, like a really great throat stretch. Vishuddha chakra stretch. And let the exhale renew and release. Wash away. Cleanse. Let's take 2 more breaths. One more. Reach into those intercostals with that breath. Puff those lungs up, my friends, like a puffer fish. And then let it out. Now we'll look towards the earth. And we'll slide the body all the way forward. Use a little bit of that muscular activity to come down to the earth. And we'll take Sphinx here. So forearms are down. Elbows are bent 90 degree. Elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, elbow, wrists. And the elbows point towards your rib cage. And you can feel how that lifts you up. And the collarbones are buoyant. But the neck wants to look up, right? So let it look up for a moment. That's an inhale. But it's too much tension on the shoulder blades. So lengthen the neck and then draw it down so that you look at the finger bones. And the glutes and legs are soft. They're not all on and crunchy and activated. They're very gentle, guys. It's more of the upper body stretch that we're focusing on. So soften the eyes, the mouth, float the tongue, maybe even open the mouth up a little bit. Take the breath into the lungs and chest plate and ribs. Push those elbows down towards the earth and then back towards your ribs, like you could sweep the floor with your front body. The legs are soft. And the breath is very full, whole body. Let's do one more. Nose or mouth. Now we'll lower everybody. So just nice and slow. Slow like molasses. Slow like honey. Now the arms can slide just kind of right beside you. Fingertips under armpits. Lift the feet. Circle the ankles in and out. Forehead to floor. Squeeze the scaps. Elbows back, and circle those really great ankles. Go the other way, and then shake it out. We'll turn the knees and feet to the left and then to the right. Nice little quad massage to the left and to the right. Now we'll take the legs down, feet down, lower. And we'll lift, so lift with right arm to take left arm underneath, your left arm underneath. Feel that scap stretch. And then come to the side of the body and bend the front top knee. So the top leg bends, the bottom leg straightens. And now the right arm rises, and we'll take it hand to hand, and then above the head, and all the way back behind you, we open like a reclined twist. So you take the shoulder blade over to that right side and then circle it down by the leg, hand to hand, over the head and back around. Maybe your arms are long, or maybe they're bent and flexed with the elbow. And this top leg is just gentle, let it land. And if the top arm likes to circle, let it circle. Just very slow. Heart to sky, arm to right, over and repeat this glorious stretch in the body. One more. And then the arm will come into that goal-posted and try to take some of that right shoulder blade down as well so that we have that reclined feel, right, with the knees. If you want, you can take both knees in, if that feels okay, or you can just leave it, right? We'll take another inhale here. Really reach into the right lungs, those intercostals, nose or mouth, the low back, the shoulder blades. Now we'll come back to the belly. So right arm rises. Take it over to the left. Readjust so that we slide this left arm back under. One sphinx to switch. All right, now I'm going to face a little bit away from you, but we're just going to mirror each other. So right arm underneath. Turn to face that right side. Start to slide into the side body. Bend the top knee so that it's facing more towards you. Bottom leg long. Let the left arm rise up to the sky. Inhale. Over the head. Forward, hand to hand. And then back towards hip. And then up again. So big circle. Like the 4 directional circles. North, south, east, and west. Such a cool way to start ending our practice. Very restorative, very rejuvenated. Forward, back, side, and on the top. If it's too much on the pectoralis, just bend the elbow and take the tension out of the shoulder blade. I've got a lot of scar tissue on this side, so it's nice to just be gentle. Find an edge, find a comfort zone. Last one. And then we'll take the left arm out into that goalpost and the left shoulder blade down so that we have that nice recline. So inhale here, and you can bend both knees. You can take some pads on underneath the knees, on top of the knees. You can take the hand on the knee, right? There's so many cool ways to find this recline twist, guys. Maybe chin towards left side. And then breathe into all of that greatness that's just open and ready to receive in those left lungs. Inhale here. Nose or mouth, let it go. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And exhale, nose or mouth. And the sweetness of the in-breath, bring it back up. And we'll come to the spine now. All the way back to the spine. Legs long. Extend first, in-breath. And then we'll take the knees and feet, so the feet into the floor. We'll take the hands down and the hips up, guys. So a little bridge, inhale, and then a little lowering exhale. Find that like nice posterior tilt. So rise up, a little anterior tilt. Pull the hips to the sky, knees towards the toes, and then lower down from upper to lower back. Let's do one more bridge. Inhale, rise, forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. All right, hug both knees in. Grab them with the forearms. Squeeze, give yourself a big hug. Take a nice breath in. And on the exhale, just lengthen everything out like a star. Corner edge of the mat, meet the feet. Corner edge of the hands, meet the mat with your arms. Deep breath in, shake it out. And then on the exhale, leave the legs wide and long and take the hands down beside you, or perhaps at your navel or your solar plexus, and one at your heart center. Squeeze some muscles, take a deep breath in. Feet, the face, the fists, the shoulder blades, breathe in, the glutes, the belly. Squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, release. Let the breath come back to natural rhythm. Take a deep breath in. Open and close the feet and the hands. Stretch out a little bit more if that feels good to you. Reach, stretch, stretch, reach. Bend the knees, take it over to the side. We'll take the top arm and we'll just slowly peel and pick our amazing selves back up. We'll seal the hands at the heart, thumbs towards sternum, and we bow in, the head to the heart. Thank you so much for being here. Hope your back feels a little bit better. See you again. See you soon. Namaste.